You want me to go again, or you want to go?
No, I'll go ahead and move on to my next one. Now, obviously, by the time this comes out, I almost guarantee you that no one will be talking about this anymore.
Okay.
But obviously, the Oscars the past weekend,
Okay.
Will Smith got up on stage and slapped Chris Rock in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're living under a rock, you've heard about it, you know.
Right.
Now, the conspiracy theory I have on this is one I almost, and this isn't part of the theory, but
Right.
I almost feel like it was staged.
I mean,
And there's a reason for that.
okay.
Have you heard the audio of him actually making contact with Chris Rock? And I haven't heard this anywhere else on anything I've seen about it.
I saw it for like a quick second. I didn't really pay that much attention to it. It seems like it's like a much bigger deal, or not. It's not as big a deal as everybody makes
Right,
out.
exactly.
It's like a passing moment in time for me. That means
Exactly,
nothing.
but you know, I feel like it was staged for the reasons of ratings and the tanking ratings of these award shows and everything. But what really convinced me in my mind is when you hear him make contact with Chris Rock, it sounds more like not a slap.
I didn't put that much effort into it to paying attention to it. To be honest with you, right?
Now, that being said, I believe that it was staged. Now, I mean, a lot of stuff has come out in recent days where, like, the LAPD is thinking about charging Will Smith. Will Smith retired from the academy and all this other. Neither here nor there. That being said, let's say that it wasn't staged.
Okay.
My conspiracy theory is that Will Smith already knew that he won the Best Actor award for his first Academy Award, and he just felt like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So when Chris Rock starts making fun of his wife, probably not even knowing that she had a medical condition going on, he realized that I can get up there on stage, hit him, and not get kicked out. Because I got a speech I got to make later.
I think
he knew it. I think he knew ahead of time. I think anyone who wins an award probably already knows, so they can work on their speech.
I mean, I don't think it really mattered that whether or not he won the award or not. I think he just feels entitled enough just to walk up there and just smack somebody just because his feelings got hurt.
That's fair. I heard someone else say, oh man, I forget what comedian they said, but if it wasn't Chris Rock, if it was like Rogan up there, do you think that happens?
No.
Rogan comes back with a spinning kick to the fucking face.
I think Will Smith only did it because he would get away with it without knowing that he wasn't going to get any repercussions back. I think that if The Rock or Joe Rogan or anybody that could whip the crap out
of
him.
It might have been The Rock, I heard someone say.
Yeah, but if it was one of those guys, there's no way Will Smith would walk up to smack him. It basically makes Will Smith a coward in one way or another.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing is that I believe that he already knew he won. Okay, if you go out and assault somebody, and this is under the assumption that it wasn't staged,
right?
How did they not kick him out of that event?
Here's the thing.
How did they not ask him to leave? How did they not get security down there and be like, "You gotta go, bro"?
I think it's less.
He's not slapping security. I'll tell you that right now.
I think it's less the point, and personally, in my opinion, it's less the point of what should he have done it or not. I mean, obviously he shouldn't have done it, but I feel like if I was to walk up and just slap a comedian on the face, if I'm sitting in the crowd, I'm just a regular guy. I walk up and I go smack a comedian in the face. What do you think is going to happen to me?
Well, you're getting charged.
I'm getting charged.
You're getting charged.
And this is the issue I have in general with this country, is that laws only apply to some people and not all people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a fair assessment. But...
And this is the real issue I have. That is it. Like, there's certain people, especially even in government and politicians and wealthy people and actors and whoever else, is that laws don't apply to those people as they would anybody else, and that is the rot that is in this country.
I would venture to say is that these, elite and entitled, they don't feel like the law applies to them.
Right.
Like, I mean, you see, like, the LAPD coming out saying, we're probably going to charge him.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he hasn't been charged, even though it's on video right now, just tells you enough.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but I don't know. That's one of the things. We'll have to see what happens, whether or not anything actually happens. Chris Rock already said he doesn't want to press charges. So,
I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with Chris Rock.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You have video evidence that it happened.
Saying that, they're probably going to press charges, but what's going to happen, come with it.
Right.
Nothing. Guaranteed. Nothing.
Right. Okay. Let's move on to something else.
Woosah, motherfucker. Woosah. That's Martin Lawrence, by the way. From Will Smith movie, Bad Boys.
Alright, so here's my next one here. Alright, you ready?
Alright. Hit me with the crazy.
In World War II, the Earth was destroyed. We now use 3 separate planets to live on. We have to pass when you're flying on a plane from. Now, granted, I made this up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so this is way off the wall. All right, so when you travel through a plane across the Atlantic or the Pacific, you're actually going through
space.
You're actually going through space to reach these 3 different planets.
Okay, okay, let's say one of the planets is Earth. What are the other 2 planets
That planet Earth was destroyed. Planet Earth does not exist.
Oh, okay. Do you have any idea what these 3 planets are? Like, are we using Mars and Venus?
I haven't thought that.
Or are we in a different, solar system?
I haven't thought that. I didn't even think of that.
Are we in a different galaxy?
That's possible, too.
Are we in a different universe?
Or a different plane of existence?
Okay, well, I will say this. If that actually does come and prove to be true, that totally changes the Miss Universe pageant. It actually makes it legit.
Right? Miss Universe is legit now.
Just saying.
So basically, it's a government. They basically, in order to hide their embarrassment on destroying the Earth, they have hid this information from the general public that we now survive on 3 different planets and have to travel through space to get from one continent/planet to another.
Okay, I have a question.
Right.
If they destroyed the Earth during World War II,
right,
how did the survivors get off planet?
They waited until they were all asleep, and they moved them.
With the time-traveling crystal ball?
Yes, with the time-traveling crystal ball.
Alex Jones strikes again!
See, it's really easy to punch holes. It's very difficult to create a good, solid conspiracy theory. And this conspiracy theory...
You said it's difficult.
Right.
Right, yeah, I agree. And this is where I struggled, and eventually I got to the point where it was like, alright.
Right. I mean, I could poke holes through all of my conspiracy theories easily. And the reason why some conspiracies, even in the real world, stick around longer than others is because they're much more difficult to prove or they're more easily explained. Now, I'm not saying this is easy to explain. It's definitely not. Because somebody would know. somebody would really know if we were actually on planets or not. It would be easily provable every day of the year.
Unless we're all in the simulation.
I mean, that's a complete different conspiracy theory that we are.
Is that on your list? Out of curiosity, anything related?
That is not, because that is a well-known conspiracy theory.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I just didn't want to make sure I was stepping on your toes for later.
Right.
But I mean, yeah. Okay. What if we are just in a simulation?
I mean,
that would be why that particular theory could be plausible.
Right. But I'm actually not going with the simulation theory. I'm trying to stay outside of the simulation theory.
For now.
Right. In this particular conspiracy is not within the bounds of simulation theory.
Okay. 3 separate planets. Have you put any thought into how close these planets are to each other?
I mean, you could just be traveling through some kind of black hole when you get to the in the plane, and basically the windows on the plane, they're not real either. They're just video screens to make you think you're traveling across the ocean.
My only problem with this is there is no turbulence in space.
I mean, you can simulate turbulence.
I mean, you can simulate it, but why would you? Doesn't make sense.
To make it seem more real.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe turbulence is just like little pockets within the black hole. Maybe turbulence isn't actually a real thing that happens naturally. Maybe it's something that occurs through the black hole.
Okay, we'll run with that. Anything else on this particular...
No, that's it.
That's it?